Well, hey there, guys and gals. Jack here, and I wanted to do something today that's really been a long time coming and needs to get done. It's going to be a very busy August for me with a vacation running into September at the end of it. So I want to announce all the stuff that you need to know now, anyway, about the TSP-25 Fall Workshop. As I've said on the air, we're going to have a new venue. I'm going to give you a bunch of information about that in this video. Video will be short, 5-10 minutes at the most. But I just want to go over some things, and I've got some video that I'm going to edit into this so that you can actually see the facilities that we're talking about in addition to the information I've already released. So let's start off with the dates. The tickets will go on sale on September the 13th. That is a Saturday, and we're doing that as we always do, 9 a.m. Central Time. I will drop a link in the Telegram group and the Telegram channel. And then it's a melee. Everybody has to fight to sign up. That's just the way it is. We have a limited number of attendees, as always. But the good news is you have a better chance than ever of getting a ticket. Why? Because we're going from 50 students to 85 students, and that's because of the new venue. So let's talk about the new venue. First of all, and I'm totally stoked about this for two totally separate reasons, the dining hall. The dining hall is also a great presentation hall. Now, I've had to invest a significant amount of money in new equipment to do this, but the numbers work. So I had to buy new projector, new screen, all kinds of stuff so we could make this work for you guys, along with paying the venue costs. But again, with more students, we're able to make the numbers work without raising the price. So we're going to 85 versus 50 students. Please know, that does not mean you could sleep in on Saturday the 13th. It doesn't. It's going to sell out like it always does. The excitement's pretty big around this. But the dining hall gives us that ability to add more people and have room for everybody instead of 50 people plus staff in my garage, my shop. Even though it's big, it's still kind of standing room only by the time we're doing our presentations. Here, everybody's going to have a nice place to sit, move around, great acoustics, just gorgeous. Just take a look at the B-roll I've got going for you now of the facility. And in that facility, we also have a dining, a full commercial kitchen. And the metal roll-ups that you see in the back of the dining hall in the B-roll video, that's where that kitchen is. That kitchen is huge. If you guys have been, the ones who've been to my place, my shop, the kitchen's almost as big as my friggin' shop. That's how big this place is. It's designed to feed up to 500 people. So doing 100, which is 85 plus staff, no problem. This means Chef Michael and his kitchen staff are going to be able to blow you away this year. I know the food's always good, but we're taking it up a notch. Additionally, Chef Ken Daniels and I will be doing some additional things. I'm going to leave it at that for now, but we'll leak some of that before we go. Then you're also going to have access to the Trinity River and the lake. And I was going to call it a pond, but it's really a lake. It's about 4 acres. I call that a lake. There's a lake at Camp Carter. You can fish in it. You don't even need a license. The only thing is it's CNR only, catch and release in their pond. But also on the other side of the property, there's multiple places you can access the Trinity River. In the video you'll see here of the Trinity just rolling along. Understand, we had flood level rains. So the river's a bit exceeded its banks in that footage. It will probably be much more enjoyable for fishing at that time. But if you're going to fish in the Trinity, you're going to need a license, including you can get a couple-day out-of-state license if you need to do that. And I would do it because they have arrangements with Fort Worth PD and game wardens to help with people that sneak onto the YMCA property at night. And so those guys float around once in a while. So I would not be out there without a license fishing in the river. But the river's awesome. The lake is awesome. Additionally, this year we have bunkhouses and real bathrooms. So in the dining hall, there's a men's and ladies room typical for using that type of facility. But in the bunkhouses, we have multiple showers per bunkhouse. We'll probably have at least 2 bunkhouses based on how many people reserve them. But everybody will have access to the bunkhouse showers, even if you don't buy a bunkhouse bed. We're just going to need to figure out some way to give priority, first come, first serve to the people that actually paid for a bed in there. The beds are $30 a night. The site markets them as cabins. They're not cabins. Guys, this is a Boy Scout camp bunkhouse. These are twin beds set up as bunk beds. 2 wings to each room. It is what it is. It's one of those things that it's up to you if you want to camp there or not, or if you want one of the bunk beds or not. But the camping area, this is a big upgrade. We have a couple acre site that I rented the entire thing for you guys. It's perfect view of the lake. There's trees everywhere. There's shade everywhere. It's gorgeous, and it's flat, and it's nice grass, and it's dirt, which means if you take a tent stake that you need for your tent and you stick it in the ground, it goes in the ground. How cool is that? People that have been to my place know why that's like, they're like, what the hell is that? No, it's a big deal compared to my property, which is a couple inches of dirt and then rock, and a tent stake won't go in the ground or stay in the ground. Or if somebody manages to get it in the ground, they got to use a pry bar to get it out. So we're going to have that available. Barter blanket will be outdoors this year. Well, how's that different? Well, if you've been here, you know that sometimes we get rain. Sometimes it gets really freaking cold. We're going a week earlier with the dates. Okay. So that should not be a problem at all, because our event is going to be 5 to 9 of November, which is a bit earlier, a week earlier. So that might make us less likely to have a really heavy cold front. We seem to get those in that next week, which is when we generally do it. So the cold front thing should not be a problem. Even if it is, rain will not be a problem. We have this gorgeous pavilion with an outdoor fireplace that we'll be doing barter blanket at. Now, that is a huge upgrade, because that means we can have barter blanket truly in an outside environment. Those of you who have been here for barter blankets, you know that it is a different experience outside versus inside. We will not have to do that inside this year. I do want to let you know again, the food is going to be off the hook. A lot of the same stuff, a lot of new stuff. But again, Ken Daniels and I will be doing some things kind of in the interims between like the last presentation and dinner, or things like that during free presentation time that will be just unique. I'll leave it at that for right now. The date of the ticket sales, again, September 13th, Saturday morning. Again, we are selling 35 more tickets than normal. Last year, we sold 50 tickets in 1 minute and 54 seconds from the time we went public with the link. It was under 2 minutes. So I do not think this means you can sleep in again on September the 13th. If you want a ticket to come to this, you want to get that on your calendar now. Set a couple reminders. I promise you, if you wake up at 9:30 and try to get a ticket, it's like a 99% chance there won't be any. So make sure you get in line early, vote off, and that type of thing. But as I started doing a couple of years ago, I feel bad when couples try to come and then the one side gets a ticket and the other side doesn't, and then they got to decide what to do about it and what have you. So you can now do a quantity 2 when you buy your ticket deposit. Deposits are $200. So one person, 200, 2 people, 400. You cannot do quantity 3. If you do, I will refund you and cancel, and you don't get to come because you're cheating. And I'll make sure it's very clear over and over as we get closer and closer to the date. I've opened that up only for couples, but the way the software works, it won't let me say limit 2. It's either limit 1 or unlimited. So there you go. So if you cheat, you'll wish you didn't, and I'll give your ticket to somebody else. But yeah, $200 deposit, $400 due when you get here. The dates again are November 5 to 9 of the event. The actual workshop is 6, 7, and 8. 5, the 5th is a Wednesday. Like always, everybody shows up, sets up camp, does all that stuff. I'll have brats and sausages and stuff like that. We'll have beers in the dining hall. One thing about drinking, we have got to have a TABC person, which we do. We have to have people with food handling licenses to use this venue, which we do. Drinking has been approved by our contacts in the dining hall, not outside all over the place. So I'm just going to say nobody usually asks you what's in a coffee cup or a red Solo cup, and don't be wandering around with obvious booze on the outside of things this time. Because if we can't make this venue work, we can't do this anymore. So there will be some new rules, and we'll do that at the briefing like we always do, and we'll make sure everybody knows about them before we get there. I'm going to tell you we do not have room for RVs in the typical sense at this place as far as the way things go down. Unless you have something like an ultralight teardrop, that shouldn't be a problem. If the RV itself is smaller than a pickup truck, like a 4-door pickup, then I would say that will be okay for you. But that will be about it for your camping. And you will be dry dock camping if you bring a trailer like that, okay? Dry dock. There will be no hookups, no septic, no nothing like that. They just don't have that available at the facility. So we don't have that, but we have all these other things. Again, I really hope to see a lot of new faces this year. And one thing I'll say is we're getting, kind of heading toward this sign-up date. If you can come come, especially if you've never been before. I will tell you that more than half of the people every year, when we say who's been here before, more than half the hands go up. When we say who's been here more than 4 times, it's probably still 30 to 40% of the people have been to the event more than 4 times. What does that tell you? It's different. It's special. It's like nothing else you've ever been to. I promise you. I can't even really explain it in a video. You'll have to show up to understand. But again, one more time, the dates. Ticket sales, September 13th, 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Event, November 5 to 9. Camp Carter, just north of Fort Worth. It's about 15 minutes south of my house. If you're coming from the airport, it's literally the same travel time from DFW Airport to my house, DFW Airport to Camp Carter. No difference whatsoever. Looks like you're in the middle of the city on a map. When you're there, it looks like you're in the middle of nowhere. Just look at it. The beautiful green grass, the beautiful pond. The whole place is just fantastic. We are very lucky to find it. More information will come soon.